Hey, what's up? It's me, your favorite complainer you're obviously subscribed to. Today, we're gonna get into something that isn't about art and something that I don't really expect a lot of people to care about, but I care about it, and this is my channel, so I'm gonna talk about it. If you know me on my Instagram stories, I fucking love to complain about Sonic Frontiers. I think it is the worst fucking game in the world, and I hate it. I hate Sonic Frontiers inside and out. You might be asking what I hate about it, so let's go over that right now. I hate the gameplay, I hate the graphics, I hate the UI, I hate the animations, I hate the environments. I literally cannot name one single thing I fucking like about this game. Maybe the music, and I don't even like most of the music. I literally just like most of the boss fight themes, like Break Through It All or I'm Here. But I think most of the EDM just sounds like ass. And I'm not saying EDM doesn't belong in Sonic games, but like, just in this game, for some reason, most of the tracks just feel not that memorable. I think Sonic Frontiers is legitimately the worst fucking Sonic game I've ever played. More than 06, more than Sonic Frontiers. I've played every single Sonic game, and Sonic Frontiers is just the game that I least enjoy. But hey, I'm glad that it sold well because maybe the Sega executives will pour more money into it. I mean, we've seen what happens when they put more money into the Sonic series. We get shit like Unleashed where like they just went all out with it. Or maybe Sega executives will just realize that they don't need to put that much effort to make a few $1,000,000. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I'm not going to be talking about Shadow Generations because number one, it looks dog shit to me. And number two, it's not out yet. So I'm not going to give my full opinion on it. But if I think that Shadow Generations and Sonic Frontiers look dog shit, despite so many people being excited for it, do I have high standards? Like, am I just like very picky with my Sonic games? What am I looking for in a Sonic game? I really just care about the game being fun and looking fun. That is it. That is literally all I'm looking for in a Sonic game. I don't care what gameplay style the game is in. If the game is like a classic boost adventure era game, I don't give a shit. They could stick with the open world stuff too, but they would have to revamp the fuck out of it if it's gonna keep me interested. And the second thing I want to talk about is flair. What do I mean by flair? It's basically just how stylish the game feels, how fun it looks, how dynamic it is. For example, one thing I hate about Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Generations is the fucking camera. The camera movement feels so stiff and so lifeless. It doesn't make you feel any faster than you actually are. And for some reason, you're just always in the middle of the screen. So it's just boring. In games like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations, the camera feels super smooth and dynamic. Sometimes the camera will be lagging behind Sonic, and sometimes Sonic will just be completely off the screen because he's going so fast. Sonic is also the only game I'm okay with having motion blur in because it sells how fast he's going. In other games, motion blur is something I immediately turn off because like motion blur is just dog shit in general. Also, something weird that I don't know what happened, but if you're an animator, you probably know the difference between like linear transition and something called Bezier transitioning. Bezier is basically like it exponentially like changes. So like look at my hand, like right here, it goes like you see it's smooth. But in Sonic Frontier or like Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Generations, for some reason like the camera like snaps linearly. So like it looks more robotic. I don't know why the fuck they did that, but I don't know. I don't know why they do like half the shit they do. And I'm not blaming the developers. I'm blaming mostly like executives that give them 2 fucking years to make one game. I think that is complete shit. So another example of stylishness is Sonic himself. Sonic looks like the coolest fucking thing on the planet when he's like going at Mach speed and doing tricks off of fucking enemies and ramps and stuff. In Frontiers though, Sonic just looks like a cardboard cutout. When he boosts, it looks like he's just slightly running faster and like, you know how in Generations you get like a sonic boom effect? In Sonic Frontiers, you just hear like a slight whoosh, like he's going and then whoosh, and that's it. In Sonic Frontiers, he does like a like I don't need it to be like super exaggerated because like sometimes that is kind of distracting, but like something that's like not like a is fine with me. The way Frontiers also goes about doing tricks is also stupid as fuck. When you just slightly go off of like a cliff, he goes into this mode where you can just spin like the joystick just to do a bunch of tricks in a row, and it looks silly. Let's say like a character has a catchphrase that's like cold as hell, but then he keeps saying it and then it just is ass. That's kind of how it is with the trick system. In Adventure, you barely get to do tricks at all because you only get to do them off of ramps, and so it looks cool because like they're drip feeding you the tricks. But in Sonic Frontiers, you can just spam it to your heart's content and it just looks stupid. And there's not really a purpose for the trick system either. It's not like it gives you any speed or gives you anything. You just do it for no reason. Anyways, recently, if you're into Sonic, you know that there was a presentation recently called Sage 2024 where they present like a lot of indie games and Sonic fan games. Out of these games, there was one super good Sonic game that caught my eye immediately, and it was Sonic Rush 3D. I don't really like to compare Sonic fan games with Sonic mainline games. I don't like to be those people who are like, oh, see, fans can do it, how come professionals can't do it? But I legitimately think Sonic Rush 3D is a better fan game than every single Sonic game that has come out since 2014. And I'm not joking, I think in terms of gameplay, Sonic Rush 3D is even better than Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Rush 3D is basically just Sonic Unleashed, but with some tweaks and like additions that make sense and that make the game so much more fun than Sonic Unleashed. An example is in Sonic Rush 3D, the way tricks are performed. If you've ever played Sonic Rush, you know that boost is gained from tricks. And I think that is a much better way of getting boost than the way they used to do it, like wisps or rings or like the stupid ass stamina thing they had in fucking Frontiers. To earn boost, you have to do tricks off of, you can do tricks after you hit a spring, after you hit a ramp, on rails, and if you fill out your boost gauge and like you keep doing tricks, you don't lose any boost as long as you keep doing tricks. And I think that's like an amazing interactive way to get the player to earn boost. It feels like you earned the boost more than you're just given it. And I think this is a really good way of going about momentum in 3D Sonic games. You know how Sonic fans love to come over their momentum in Sonic games, and some people don't like boost because there's no momentum. I think this is a really cool way of going about momentum. You get momentum from doing tricks, and you have to keep up the momentum. If you don't do tricks, you lose your boost, and thus you start to lose speed. Talking about momentum, there is actually some momentum than there was in Sonic Unleashed. There's a lot of good instances where you have to like keep up your speed and then jump off of a ramp to get an alternate path. If you don't jump off of the ramp or you don't have enough speed, you just go the normal route. For example, there's like a rail, a U shape. Okay, it's kind of like straight and then a U shape. I'm gonna do this. And then so normally off of the rail, if you're just boosting and you don't jump or you don't have enough speed, you just go down the normal rail. But if you have enough speed, you can jump off of the top of the rail and then get a higher alternate path. I also think the level design in Sonic Rush 3D is also so much better than it was in Sonic Unleashed. There's like so many shortcuts, so many alternate paths that you learn every time you replay the game. I swear to God, I replayed the game like 20 times today because I wanted to see all the alternate paths. Like, I do one alternate path and I found out there's an even better alternate path, and it's just insane how much replayability there are in the levels. So yeah, if you're bored and you have nothing to do today and you want to see what peak Sonic looks like, I would suggest playing Sonic Rush 3D. It is free and it's only one level. I'm really excited to see where this project goes and how many more levels they make, because this is probably the best piece of Sonic media I have touched in a long time. So yeah, that's it. See ya.